Good morning again, guys. Yeah, different topic here for you, real quick, that I want to talk about because this seems to be all of a sudden the one of the big topics talked about amongst the prepper community. I've got a few emails on it over the weekend and kind of wanted to go into it. The Doomsday Glacier, as it's called, the actual name for it is the Thwaites Glacier. Okay. And apparently, we have all sorts of people that are screaming and yelling, "Oh my God, this glacier is going to crack off in Antarctica and it's going to cause the ocean to rise," and all this sort of stuff, right? Now, if you've heard about this, they're saying, "Oh, the East Coast is going to be underwater." We're getting into another one of these crazy, what was it, the massive tsunami story last year that everybody was posting all that fake crap about that 300 miles inland people are going to be underwater because of the volcano. Yeah, okay, same shit with this. Right? And I want to debunk this before anything. Again, you get all your climate change fanatics that are going to talk about this. Now, I'll give you some facts on it first, and then I'm going to give you the other crap. The ocean, supposedly by the meteorological societies, increases in level about 1.4 inches every decade. Okay, not a problem. Now, the Thwaites Glacier, the Doomsday Glacier, is, I believe, 74,000 square miles. And we're hearing all this stuff again. Oh, it's going to melt. It's going to break off. It's going to increase the height of the ocean at a minimum of 2 feet and at a maximum of 6 feet. And when that happens, Miami's going to be underwater and you're going to have all these cities that are going to be flooded out. And sure, okay. Yes. All right. But the fact that you eat a Big Mac is not going to affect whether or not this glacier melts. I'm telling you that right now. All right. I'd be more concerned about a volcano going off or something like that that would have anything to do with it. Could the ocean rise 2 feet to 6 feet? Sure. Did it before? Yes. Has it in history? Yes. Long before industrial pollution and cars, too, guys. Just saying, If we want to go into the biblical side of it, hey, we can always talk about Noah. And what did Noah do? Noah built an ark, and he didn't do it in a weekend. So we look at something like that. But if these environmentalists want to do something to counteract that, I got an idea. Now, if you look at the entire west coast of the entire western half of the United States, okay, we have a drought going on. I mean, maybe I did tell you, maybe I didn't. I was talking, my buddy from the Army was here, had that property in Utah. He had 140,000 acres out there. And he sold the house and 20,000 acres. And I'm sorry, not 140,000 acres. Yeah, that'd be nice. He had a house and 140 acres. And he sold the house and 20 acres and kept the other 120 acres. Well, with the water that he was getting was coming from the mountains. And so what happened was, with this whole drought, there's no snowmelt, there's no water coming from the mountains. So the guy that bought the house had to drill a well. $200,000 to drill a well. Now, if y'all are thinking about buying property or something like that, might be worth doing a little bit of research, at least with the people, local drilling company, maybe people own land that are nearby, how deep they had to go. 200 grand to buy a well. Could have almost bought my house and my property for that. Okay, just for your water. So this is what they're going through with water. And we talk about the oceans, and the oceans are going to rise. What are the oceans filled with? Water. And what does everybody say? Oh, but it's salt water. You can't do anything about salt water. You can't put salt water on the crops, whatever. So what's the great solution? We've talked about this one before. Let's build a pipeline from the Great Lakes to California so we can pump water from the Great Lakes and send it out to California. So Gavin Newsom can piss it away and pump it into the ocean too, right? So let's destroy it there. I got a better idea. And this has been talked about many times. And everybody says, oh, it's not possible. And I will politely say, bullshit. Why not desalinate the ocean water? Okay, you want to do an infrastructure project, do that. How much would a pipeline to run 2,000 miles from Milwaukee to Los Angeles cost? Granted, we can't do Keystone, but we could do a water pipeline. Because that wouldn't disrupt the habitat of some snail or something. And so people say, well, desalination isn't effective, isn't possible, right? Well, let me give you a little bit of problem with that. Israel, I know everybody's favorite country, is a desert. They desalinate ocean water for their fresh water. Right now, 55% of the fresh water that is used for whatever purpose in Israel is ocean water that has been desalinated. Israel is putting up 2 more desalination plants that are supposed to be in play, I believe, either this year or next year. By the time they do that, 90% of the fresh water in Israel will be desalinated water. Yes, it can be done on a large scale. So now the next argument, of course, you will hear is, well, the United States is a whole lot bigger than Israel. Yes, that is true. Israel is about the size of New Jersey. So I'll give you that. Okay. How much coastline does Israel have? How much coastline does New Jersey have? Okay. How much coastline does the United States have? All right. I'm not even talking about adding Alaska and Hawaii. Let's talk about all the way from Washington State all the way down to San Diego. Let's talk about all the way down to Maine, all the way down to Miami. Let's talk about Miami all the way to the tip of Texas. We got a little bit of coastline. If we want water, it's there. If this Doomsday iceberg, or whatever you want to call it, is going to cause the ocean to rise, we should, hey, take advantage of it maybe? We're having water issues. Where can we get water? Let me think about that. This ain't rocket science, guys. This is what should be being done to affect this. If the fact that we're getting, I know I'm going to sound, people are going to go, oh my God, that's, I can't believe you're saying that. No. There's nothing man can do to stop an iceberg from melting. Sorry. Okay, that's Mother Nature. Mother Nature will do whatever the hell Mother Nature wants to do, and we can't stop it. All right? Is the Earth warming in this current cycle? Yes. According to NASA, man is responsible for 0.1% of the warming of the Earth. Okay, so 99.9% of the warming of the Earth right now is due to nature. Just saying, those are facts. A 74,000 square mile iceberg, whatever happens to it, is going to happen because of what Mother Nature decides. We, as a country, I mean, this is getting much bigger than just a prepper, should be taking advantage of this. Why aren't we? Because we're more concerned with pronouns, and we're more concerned with illegals. We're not more concerned with natural resources. Where should our technology be going? It shouldn't be going into 6G, where we're going to implant a chip into people's brains. It should be going into, how can we continue to survive on this planet as normal, functioning, independent, freedom-loving human beings? Just thought you might like to know a little bit about what is really going on with all of that. and my ideas and my opinion. And again, they're my opinions. Agree with them if you like, disagree with them if you don't. That's fine. That's your prerogative, just like it's mine. Enjoy. We'll see you at lunch. Pinball out.